What is
P-Flag is parents and family of gays and lesbians. It's a support group. They do some really good work. The one here in Oxford actually meets at the library every, I think it's the third Thursday, second Thursday of the month, every month.
I have two and they kind of relate. Like some of those, why do you think that it's mostly like just women of color that are using them? And like some of them were saying like either family or their ex, like stuff like that. So how common is it in this day and age that like the family doesn't support? Because obviously we're being more like non-conservative or like being more liberal. So
The young generation is,
yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
But the older generation still has issues with who we are. So the older generation, not the old. I'm saying my generation. I'm 46, so I would have kids y'all's age that are just starting college. So my generation usually has issues with who we are. So the younger generation, I've gotten very little flack. They're like, yeah, right on. So yeah, most time y'all don't care. So, and the old generation, they're like, hell yeah, you can be what you want to be. I don't care, doesn't affect me. So, and believe it or not, I've actually gotten more hate within the transgender community than I've gotten anywhere else. But with the deaths, I'll explain that in a second. With the deaths, I think it just, like I said before, it just comes down to people are just uneducated about what it truly means. And because of the fact that a lot of transgender women of color live in poverty, that comes where they have to do sex work to actually survive. I think that actually plays a large part and the reason why we have a lot more transgender women of color. Real quick, with the what was I saying about the yes, with the hate within the own group, I've actually had to step away from a lot of the transgender groups because of the fact that if you don't fit into strictly 100% heterosexual male as an FTM or 100% strictly female straight, then you're not truly transgender. And there are, the gender spectrum is infinite. And so I think that everybody should be happy. I'm not going to judge anyone else for what they do as long as it's not with children or animals. I'm good with it. So, that's where I've come into, because I don't fit. I get out. I didn't become stealth. Now, for the first couple years of my transition, yes, I became stealth because I wanted to feel what it felt like to kind of blend in and be a guy, just a normal guy, because nobody knows if I don't tell them. So I just wanted to be a normal guy. And then I started seeing more and more and more transgender people killed, and I couldn't be silent anymore. And it terrified my wife that I was going to walk out of work one day, since we are in the South. I work with a lot of rednecks. That I was going to walk out of work one day and get shot or stabbed or beat up because of who I was. Because I started coming out to a lot, just came out to her a couple weeks ago. So I've started coming out to more and more people, and that really scared her for my safety. But I'm more scared of the transgender people than I am the outside people, because of the fact that they hate so much if you don't fit into that single thing, and you don't become stealth once you pass 100%.
I have sort of a less intellectual question. Do you feel celebrities that have gone through transition have helped or hurt?
The most recent being Caitlyn Jenner. I will my opinion on Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlyn is still, she's kind of still going through the toddler phase of transition, even though she transitioned very quickly because she had the money. You know, I've been transitioning for 11 years and not having one single surgery because they're so expensive and insurance won't pay for them. So it's all out of pocket. She could afford those, so she was able to go through transition really quickly. And that's what a lot of people, the people at large, are looking at her going, "Gosh, she's an asshole." Sorry. So I mean, they look at her and think, you know, she's hurting us more than she's helping us. And a lot of transgender people within the community said the same thing. But what they're forgetting is that when we first transitioned, I was an asshole too. You know, I didn't care what anybody else thought about me. I was gonna be me and, you know, screw everybody else. And she's in that phase. And what we also have to realize is what we see on TV is not the entire situation. It's a reality show. So we're not seeing the entire thing. Caitlyn has given more time and more money to help transgender youth and transgender homeless people than a lot of celebrities have ever even thought of. So she's out there actually trying to touch people's lives. So I, for one, will never hate what she does. She's a toddler. You know, I'm grown. So guys, I've been doing it for 11 years. She's still a toddler. You know, she may be in her preteens. So, but she's still very young in her transition. So she's very ignorant about what it means. I've got a buddy who just started, and oh my God, he's been on it for a month, and all of a sudden his hands are growing, his feet are growing, he's about to get a full beard. I'm like, dude, it took me 11 years before my goatee connected. Okay, 11 years. So I mean, it's very, you start out, it's really like you're going through, and oh my God, first starting, you're going through male puberty, God bless, and menopause all at the same time. So within that first year, you're going through all those changes all at the same time, and you are you are just crazy. Because, I mean, you're over here, you're pissed off, and then you want to go do something, and you're pissed off again. So, I mean, your emotions are all over the place. And I hope I never am reincarnated into a man and remember. Because I never want to go through that again. So, and I'm so sorry for you guys. But she's still very young in her transition, and she's very ignorant about a lot of stuff, just like we all are when we're starting out and we're learning about stuff. You know, she's still very young. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is like really coincidental, but as I was like walking to class, my dad's a teacher, he teaches freshmen in high school. And he was like talking to me, and right before I like walked in this room, he had mentioned that there's a student in his class who's female transitioning to be male. And like he was like, I mean, you're the one that's taking all these classes, like how should I go about this? And I'm like, well, I'm going into a class right now. But I guess like not just specifically to him, but in general, like how do you kind of like start a conversation, and like how would he go about that? How would people like his friends go about that and stuff?
The way I come out to people is usually I'm very, and she can attest to this, I'm very open with who I am. I'm very upfront. I don't try to sugarcoat stuff. A lot of transgender people have a really bad issue with pushing it in people's faces and say, you either accept it or you don't. You know, I don't care. This is who I am. Well, I approach people like, hey, I'm transgender. You know? And if you have any questions, please come talk to me. I will answer anything, no matter how embarrassing somebody may think the question is, I will answer the question. I've had people ask me about my genitalia. I've had people ask me about my sex life. I will answer just about anything because I want people to understand. I want people to know. So approaching it with an open mind is the very best thing. And for him being a teacher, support is the most important. If he can approach him and say, you know, and by all means, she can pass you on my email address if he needs any, you know, or if he wants any conversation. I'm more than happy to help as well. I mean, absolutely. Especially with someone in high school who's just starting out. Of course, his parents would have to probably be involved, but I most definitely help. But approaching it, supporting, before he talked to him, I'd probably educate, I'd probably do a little bit of research on it. But approaching it in a supportive way is probably the best approach.
Yeah, we can definitely see some reading through college.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
you know,
Like I said,
have a
I'm willing to.
conversation with the student about, do you want me to use male pronouns at
Right.
what class?
Yeah.
You know, I think to have an open dialogue with the student about, does the student want other students to know or not?
Mhm.
And making sure to protect those boundaries, help support us as they protect their own safety and boundaries.
And also, I mean, I've actually looked into actually going and speaking in high schools and stuff to actually get people more and more aware. So, I mean, I'd be willing to do that as well if he is at a school here. Where?
From California.
Oh,
yeah.
in California. My goodness. All the way out in California. There are people out there that would also speak to him. I actually have several friends out there. So if he wants someone to come and speak, I can actually get someone out there. So, and I lived in California for 8 years, so I have several friends out there. So tell him if he wants to reach out, I'd be more than happy to. I can answer any questions from here, but California's a little far. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm curious thinking about like safety, and thinking about all these trans people who are killed. So what was that first year living as Hayden like for you when you presented, I'm sure feminist.
It's terrifying.
But yeah, what sorts of things would be going on in your mind, or what sorts of precautions did you have to use?
Well, I mean, considering I came from a very masculine place, so I pretty much already presented as male, but having to come out to people is very hard because you really don't know how people are going